Hi guys. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of showing and not telling in your jovial journals. Also kind of making your description or your dialogue come alive. So instead of saying I was sad, you could instead say my heart sunk, a tear rolled down my cheek. That shows sadness instead of simply telling that you are sad. Another way you could do this with happiness. So instead of saying, I was so happy, you could say, I felt alive inside. My eyes lit up and a smile spread across my face. So these are ways, if you really think about showing and not telling, just really thinking about how could you really show sadness? How could you really show happiness? How could you show those emotions that people are feeling? Another way to kind of think about this, slightly different, is thinking about what could you picture as far as your dialogue or description goes, or how could you describe it? So use imagery to make the description realistic. So for example, I am nervous to go to school. That is simply me telling, not showing. But the goal is to show it. So picture it. So I think about myself being nervous to go to school. So to me, the images that kind of come into my head are I wake up with um, an unsettled stomach. I can barely eat breakfast. My mind is racing. I'm having nervous thoughts. My palms are sweating. Okay, things like that. And then really describing it. So taking that feeling of nervousness. So some of you guys have people trying out for a sport, or people are nervous about a situation, and really like describing what that looks like. So you could really kind of think of, okay, so I'm picturing myself waking up, kind of going through the motions of going to school, waking up. I eat breakfast. This time I can barely eat breakfast because I'm so nervous. My mind is racing. I'm having nervous thoughts. My palms are sweating. So to describe that, I might say something. My mind could think of nothing else but the event that was going to occur at school. As I was driving to school, um, I barely noticed the car suddenly stop in front of me because I was having nervous thoughts, and I could go slam to show like I had to slam on the brakes immediately, and I could kind of go from there. So that was me kind of just thinking through that for the first time out loud. But I think what will really help you guys is if you really think about what is it, what do you picture when you think about someone nervous to try out for a sport? What do you picture when you think about someone nervous to go to school for the first time, or nervous to go to a new school, or anything like that? What do you picture when someone's really happy? What do you picture when someone's really sad? So really thinking about that and showing it. What I want you guys to do is right now, I want you to go back through your jovial journals, and I want you to find an example of something that you know that you're just kind of saying, like, I was nervous. And I want you to copy and paste that telling example from your writing here. So for me, I'm just going to say, like, I was nervous to go to school. And then you're going to press next. And then what you're going to do is at the end of class, don't submit this yet. I really want you to kind of go through and think about picturing the emotion and then describing it. And then whatever kind of final description you come up with for your showing, I want you to paste it here. Okay. So instead of saying, I was nervous, my showing example is, again, my mind could think of nothing else but the event that was going to occur at school. As I was driving to school, I barely noticed the car suddenly stop in front of me because I was having such nervous thoughts. Slam! and blah, blah, blah. I can go on from there. So I want you guys to submit your showing example with about 5 minutes left of class, okay? And I will also be looking for these in your Jovial journal, but I would like you to just submit that in this Google form here as well. All right, so while you are working today, you should be showing, not telling. Again, showing these emotions, really kind of making the reader feel like they are experiencing them themselves. And then from there, adding that into your writing wherever possible. Awesome job. Keep up the good work.